Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? This is Elome. Hey, I just wanted to get on here real quick. I'm actually in my car by the beach. It's so extremely hot. It's so hot out here in Florida. If nobody knew, or if anybody knew, I live in Florida. I live in Miami. I'm currently in Fort Lauderdale in Broward County right now, and it's so extremely hot. I wanted to make a video outside, but it's so hot today that it's just, I probably wouldn't even last not even 1 minute during the video because it's so hot. I mean, at some point in this video, maybe I might decide to step out, but I just wanted to get on here real quick and just give you some updates really, really quick. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, what's going on? It's Elome here. Hey, I wanted to talk about something, something that's really not really spoken about, and reason why I decided to speak about this topic, is because I've actually seen it. I've had it done, and I've seen it in 3 different cases right now. Although we're going through, an eviction moratorium right now. And that's currently right now in debates about what they're gonna do, but I know for now everybody's pretty much in a safe zone until a decision is made. I know a lot of real estate realtors and brokers. They're actually they're suing some of the governors. I don't know, whatever the case may be. One of the things that I noticed, right, and this is because that I've seen it, I've actually had some landlords wanting to break the lease early and evict old tenants, okay, that's been paying their rent, but they're paying under market value rent. Now, this is something that you don't hear about. I've watched all of the I've watched a lot of YouTube channels. I've watched a lot of real estate channels, and they talk about how a lot of millions of landlords are losing on rent because of the eviction moratorium, which is true. This is a fact, okay? A lot of landlords are losing at least 18 months worth of rent because they had tenants that, some tenants that can't pay and some tenants that just kind of take advantage of the situation, okay? But at the end of the day, there's a lot of tenants that really can't pay, okay? They really can't pay, and they're forced to do that because, what they're getting is not enough, or if they're getting anything at all, okay? But on the flip side, I've had 3 situations in which I've seen a landlord go to the tenant and say, hey, listen, we're either going to do this. We're going to increase the rent, or you have either 30 days to move or whatever to something else because we need to increase the rent. We're missing out a little bit more money on that. Now, they didn't say we're missing out on the money, but they want to increase the rent. Okay, so they're even willing to break lease to increase the rent. Okay, now what I'm saying here is not a fairy tale. I've seen 3 different cases where I've seen a landlord send a letter out to the tenant and tell them, hey, listen, due to what's going on in the economy, we need to either increase rent. If you cannot live here with the increased rent, or whatever the case may be, we need to figure out a way that you can vacate within the 30 to 60 days. Some landlords even given just 30 days for them to vacate. Now, I find this very, very interesting because think about it, right? If you're a landlord and you have a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, or a 2-bedroom, 2 bath, whatever, and you were charging your tenant $1,200. Now the average rent for a 2-bedroom, 2 bath is $1,700. You're missing out on at least a good $500 there, right? So they want to get with the times. So they're willing to do that, even though the tenant's been paying rent throughout the whole COVID-19, throughout the whole pandemic. The tenant's been paying rent, okay, because their rent is very affordable at the times it was affordable, right? But right now the landlord is seeking more money. Now I feel like that's very that's something that the people are not talking about again. I see it happening a couple times. Like I said, 3 occasions where I've seen it happen. And I think that's something that needs to be said about. I mean, there's a lot of channels here that say, hey, look, a lot of landlords, I know they're sympathetic for the landlords. Listen, I understand. Very sympathetic for the landlords. The landlords can't pay their mortgage, right, because they're renting out a property. Or even if they had it free and clear, they're still missing out on a lot of income. I understand that, you know what I mean? But you do have to understand what's going on with the economy, and too, you have to be sympathetic with the people that really can't do it. Now, I know there's some people that are taking advantage of the situation, but now we have landlords taking advantage too, right? So we have to hold the landlords accountable as well. The landlords have to be held accountable. Why? It's because this is something I'm seeing. Now, if I see this three times in my current market, I've seen 3 landlords do something like this, I most likely guarantee you that they are not the only landlords that are doing that. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of other landlords that are doing the same exact thing because they're missing out on money, even though they have a tenant that's been paying. Now, this is not in collusion with the tenants that are not paying. Because I could understand if a landlord wants to get market value for what's going on right now. They want the maximum amount of money, and a tenant's inside their property and they're not paying. Okay? But there actually are some tenants that are paying, right? But because they're paying the below market value, what today's market value is, because of course today's market value has increased. Okay? It has increased. They want that cash. So they're willing to sacrifice the tenants that's been paying throughout the whole pandemic so that they can increase. Okay? So we need to hold some of these landlords accountable for something like that. Now listen. What would you rather? Here's another thing. This is sticking to the same topic. Here's another thing. Would you rather a tenant continue paying below market value, knowing that you can trust, right? Knowing that you can trust and guarantee that you will be getting paid every month? Or would you rather go with the current market value, either finding a new tenant or trying to increase their rent, right? Knowing that there's a time where they might not be able to pay. Okay? After a while, they might not be able to pay because it's so high. So, I mean, what would you rather? So that's why landlords have to be very careful, because if you're raising your rents up, right? You're raising your rents up to the current market value or above the market value, because I've even seen that. Would you rather a tenant come in that wouldn't be able to last the test of time in paying that rent, or would you keep it a little bit under the market value of today, so that you know that the tenant is going to continue paying for a long time, so that you know you have that passive steady income coming in? Okay? You guys, listen, if you guys agree with me, let me know. Comment me in the back. Comment me down below. Let me know if you agree with what's going on. Listen, this is something a lot of people are not talking about, but it's happening. It's happening, and you got to think about it, okay? So comment below if you agree. Comment below if you don't agree about what's going on in that particular situation that I just discussed right now, okay? Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the video if you understood what I said. If you like the content that I'm giving, subscribe to the video. I'm going to make sure that I give you more content, more updates about what's going on in the real estate market, above all other things. Right now, I'm at the beach right now. I was actually just driving by, and I wanted to stop and make a quick video. It's extremely hot, so I'm doing this video in my car. But make sure like and subscribe below, okay? Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next time, on the next video.